Welcome! Today we're diving into the art of grilling salmon. From marinating to serving, I'll guide you through each step to achieve perfectly grilled fillets bursting with flavor. Let's get started. Alright, let's start with the ingredients for our grilled salmon. First we have 4 salmon fillets, each about 6 ounces. Next, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. This will help keep the salmon moist and add a nice richness. We'll also need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to give it a bright, fresh flavor. Don't forget 2 cloves of garlic, minced, for a little kick. For seasoning, we have a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of black pepper. If you like dill, add a teaspoon of dried dill or 2 tablespoons of fresh dill for a nice herby touch. Finally, a teaspoon of paprika is optional, but it adds a lovely smokiness. We'll also have some lemon wedges for serving and fresh herbs for garnish if you want. Ready to get cooking? Now, let's prepare the marinade for our grilled salmon. Grab a small bowl and pour in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Next, add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. This will give our marinade a nice tangy flavor. Then add the minced garlic. That's 2 cloves, finely chopped. Sprinkle in 1 teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of black pepper for seasoning. If you're using dill, add 1 teaspoon of dried dill or 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped dill for that herby flavor. Finally, if you like a hint of smokiness, add 1 teaspoon of paprika. Mix everything together well. This mixture will not only marinate the salmon but also serve as our basting sauce while grilling. Alright, let's get our salmon marinated. Take your 4 salmon fillets and place them in a shallow dish or a resealable plastic bag. Now take the marinade we just made and pour it over the salmon. Make sure each piece is well coated with the marinade. You want every bite to be full of flavor. If you're using a dish, cover it with plastic wrap. If you're using a bag, seal it up, removing as much air as possible. Pop it in the fridge and let it marinate for at least 30 minutes. If you have more time, you can let it sit for up to 2 hours for an even richer taste. Now, let's preheat the grill. You want to set it to medium-high heat, which is around 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. If you're using a gas grill, go ahead and turn the dials to get it heating up. If you're using a charcoal grill, light your coals and let them burn until they're covered with white ash. This usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes. This preheating step is crucial because it ensures our salmon will cook evenly and get those nice grill marks. Alright, our grill is preheated. Next we need to prepare the grill grates. First, take a grill brush and clean the grates thoroughly. This removes any leftover food particles and ensures a clean surface for our salmon. Once the grates are clean, we need to oil them to prevent the salmon from sticking. Take a folded paper towel, dip it in some oil, and using tongs, rub the oiled paper towel over the grates. This step is important for achieving those beautiful grill marks and making sure the salmon doesn't stick. Now it's time to grill our salmon. Take the salmon fillets out of the marinade, letting any excess drip off. Place the fillets skin side down on the grill. If your fillets don't have skin, be extra careful when flipping them later to avoid sticking. Close the grill lid and let the salmon cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. This will allow the salmon to start cooking evenly and develop those nice grill marks. Alright, it's time to flip and baste the salmon. Carefully use a wide spatula to flip each fillet over. Be gentle to keep the fillets intact, especially if they don't have skin. Once flipped, brush the tops with the remaining marinade to add more flavor. Close the grill lid again and cook for another 3 to 5 minutes. You'll know the salmon is done when it flakes easily with a fork and reaches an internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit or 63 degrees Celsius. This ensures it's cooked through but still juicy and tender. Finally, our salmon is perfectly grilled. Remove the fillets from the grill and let them rest for a few minutes. This helps the juices redistribute, keeping the salmon moist and flavorful. Now it's time to serve. Place the salmon on your serving plates and add some lemon wedges on the side for a fresh burst of citrus. If you like, garnish with some fresh herbs for an extra touch of color and flavor. And there you have it, delicious, perfectly grilled salmon ready to enjoy. Now, let's go over some tips for grilling perfect salmon. First, choose fresh, high-quality salmon for the best flavor. Wild-caught salmon tends to have better taste than farm-raised varieties. Next, avoid overcooking the salmon. It cooks quickly, so keep a close watch on the time and temperature to ensure it stays moist and tender. When flipping the salmon, use a wide, thin spatula and be gentle. If it sticks a bit, give it another minute to cook before trying again. If you don't have an outdoor grill, no worries. You can use a grill pan on your stovetop or even broil the salmon in your oven for a similar grilled effect. Finally, once it's done, serve your grilled salmon with your favorite sides like grilled vegetables, rice, or a fresh salad. Enjoy your delicious meal.